This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
From the Observer, quote, with Heyman out, here's how the creative team stands right now and the basic depth chart. Raw has Brian Gerwitz as the lead, and Koski and Dave Kapoor will also be on his team. SmackDown.
Gerwitz. He don't like Gerwitz. He's Gewirtz.
SmackDown is led by Michael Hayes. We've also got Dusty Rhodes, Court Bauer, and Christopher DeJoseph. On the ECW side of things, it's Dave Lagana, who's the interim lead writer. And boy, I'm going to struggle with this last one.
Pants.
Okay. And tell me about Pants. That's a name we haven't heard a lot about.
He's a writer's assistant. That's all he was.
Okay. But do you have anything you can add to this person?
His one big contribution was he had an idea. What if I play Cancer? What if we had a character called Cancer? And they just kill everybody.
That's really not a good one there.
Yeah, and I wanted to kill him because as he's talking about it, my wife was having a battle with cancer. So, yeah, fuck him. He was just a production assistant, meant nothing. DJ and Michael, for the most part, were really doing SmackDown. Brian and Ed were doing Raw. I guess Lagana would format ECW. And then I kind of had to work on both Raw and SmackDown.
Tell me about Dave Kapoor.
Dave was just on the Raw team as a writer at that time. Dave had come in. I think that Dave had just gotten there. So Dave was like pretty young on the team in 2007.
How about Dusty working with Michael Hayes on SmackDown? That seems like that would have been fun to sit in on.
Yeah, Dusty was Dusty, and Dusty and Michael got along just fine. It was the issue with that was I think that Dusty and Michael in a lot of ways were too close to being the same when you are looking at the product. I think you need different. You need opposing views a lot of times. But Dusty was Dusty, and Dusty did a good job with the stuff that he had. But Dream was an idea guy. Dream wasn't a worker bee.
Court Bauer, we hear a lot about him these days with MLW, but what about him from a WWE standpoint? What was that like?
Court pretty much handled our travel and would book the travel, and he was like the first member of the home team that he didn't travel with us. He traveled with us, I think, maybe 4 times maybe. I don't really recall that much because I wasn't in the office all the time, but from my experience, he handled the travel and was pretty much the first like at home, stay at home, not go on the road rider that we had.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.